Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Recovery Lab TV. My name is Chris. I'm your coach and sports therapist, and welcome to our Wednesday midweek recovery session. Hope you're doing well. Good morning, Brian. Good morning, everybody else. How are you all doing? Don't forget to say hello, say good morning in the comment section. It's always nice to see some faces, see some names, and see how all of you are doing. Hope you're all well. Hope you're having a good week so far and having a lovely morning so far. So for those who are regulars, you know exactly what today is all about. Good morning, Paul. For those who are new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and hope you enjoy the session. So today is all about our recovery session, all right? What that includes is a lot of mobility, kind of yoga poses, stretching, moving around, relaxing, getting our body kind of back to the way it should be, okay? Hope you enjoy it. Hope you're all okay. The things you're going to need are your yoga mat for one, potentially 1 or 2 yoga blocks depending on your ability and flexibility, and a yoga strap. Okay, it's literally just like a strap. If you don't have any of these objects, okay, all you need is potentially a kind of some sort of block box, whatever, something sturdy just to help make the stretch a little shorter or a little longer depending on your ability. In regards to the strap, if you don't have one, just grab a bath towel or sweat towel, or you could use a belt or a dog lead depending on. Typically my go-to before I had a strap was a towel. Okay, it's just literally to hold on to your foot and just bring it up a little to help your flexibility or increase your flexibility. So, all that being said, if you want to grab a drink, and then just come back and wind back, okay? So, still working on our knee and ankle flexibility, okay? So, it's going to be a tough one for you, Brian. Okay, so if you can, just find the space, draw it down, come up, and draw back, okay? So, if you have tightness in the knees, you're going to either hold on to the floor in front of you, you're going to ease down, and come back up, or you're going to hold on to something up here like your sofa or chair, ease back and ease down, okay? Now if you can, you're going to sink your legs down just like so, and you're going to hold this position just like so, rolling your shoulders back, opening up that chest, flattening those feet, flattening those knees out, okay? You're going to feel it in your knees, you're going to feel it in your quads, depending on opening up that chest. Good morning, Kim. And then taking a big deep breath in, okay? So what I want you to practice throughout the session is nose breathing. I want you to breathe in for your nose, nice and steady, and out for your mouth, nice and steady. Try and do it over 3 or 4 seconds if you can. And for this one, just gently close your eyes, just breathe it in. Breathe it out, okay? And again. Sit nice and relaxed. Good, okay. From there, I want you to bring your chin to your chest, stretching out your neck as much as you can. Try and keep your torso up as tall as you can. So the only thing you're influencing is that neck. The chest is still upright. So lifting the head back, chin to the ceiling, stretching out as much as you possibly can. Coming back to the middle, this time facing the right shoulder as far as you possibly can. Good. Over to the left. Good. Back to the middle. This time, bringing your head down to the side towards your left. Again, keeping that spine nice and straight. And again, opposite side. Good. From there, you're going to come down. You're going to go all the way around. And back to the middle. Then swap directions if you can, all right? Just all the way up. Try and make as big a circle as you can with your head. Try and relax those shoulders as much as you possibly can. Good. 2 more. Last one. Good, okay. So from there, fanning your arms out all the way to the top, around the back of your head, squeeze in, take a big deep breath in, then breathe out as you fan it back down, okay? So again, breathe in, hold it, breathe out, okay? One more. Good. Taking the knees wide if you can. You're going to come down as deep as you possibly can. Walking your arms out as much as possible. Big deep breaths. Good. From there, coming all the way up, pushing that back away from the floor, okay? So curving that back as much as you can, coming all the way over, coming down into a press up, laying on the floor, press it away, really extend those shoulders and lengthen that neck if you can. Good, back down, press away, drawing the hips back, sinking it down as deep as you can. Big deep breaths. And again, coming up this time, curving your back around. Coming all the way over and down. Big, powerful press up. Good, draw it back. One more time. Sinking it down deep as you can. Good, coming up, curving that back. Much as you possibly can. All the way over. Back down. Big press up. So lengthen those shoulders. Good. From there, planting your toes down, balls of your feet down, lifting the hips up, coming up as tall as you can into that downward dog. Draw your heels down as much as possible, the knees back, and then that chest down as much as you can. Good. Back into that press up position. Drop the knees down. You're going to bring your hands directly underneath your shoulders. You're going to lift up your right arm, slide it down to the floor, dropping the shoulder down. Okay, then coming up, fanning around, getting that rotation in the chest and in the upper spine, drawing down and flowing from one side all the way through into the other. So big deep breaths, trying to stretch those last 10% of the movement. Good, gently swapping sides. Good. So keep it up, one more. Good. From there, Coming back up, drawing those hips back up, back into that downward dog. Drawing the heels down, the knees back, hips up nice and tall. Bringing that chest down. Big deep breath. Good. With the left leg this time, sliding forward. Draw the right leg back, keeping those hips nice and level if you can. Bringing that chest down. So it's resting on your thigh. Stretching out those glutes, stretching out that hip. That's it. Big deep breaths. So from there, lifting up the opposite arm, your right arm, coming under your left, draw the shoulder down if you can. So gently coming back to the middle. Coming up as tall as you possibly can. Stretching out that back, lengthening those abs. So planting those hands down, okay, from there, coming up, lifting that left leg up as tall as you can into that single leg downward dog, and actually stretching it nice and tall. Good. Coming back down into a pressure position, swap the legs, sliding it through. Deep as you can. Drawing that hip back and down, chest down. Breathing it out as best as you can. So big deep breaths, really trying to slow it down. From there, bringing your left leg, your left hand underneath your right. Dropping the shoulder down if you can. Feeling that stretch increase. Big deep breaths, nice and steady. Good. From there, coming back into the center with your hand. Big deep breath in. Coming up nice and tall, pushing away from the floor as best as you can. So planting the hands, okay, planting that back foot. From there, coming up with the right foot, aiming as tall as you possibly can in the air. So gently bringing the leg down, dropping the knees down, taking them out wide again, sinking your hips down, arms out straight, big deep breath. Good. From there, coming up, driving forward, ensuring that your wrists are in line with your heel, your fingertips and toes are facing forward and they're evenly spread out. Okay, what you're going to do is Take your outside arm down, dropping that down as best as you can, drawing your inside arm around as much as possible, focusing on the stretch. Big deep breaths as you hold this position. Gently coming around. This time placing that elbow down as well if you can. So coming up nice and tall. Again, rotating around. Good. From there, coming up, swapping sides, planting the back knee down, making sure that foot is facing forward. Your wrists and heels are in line. Open up the groin slightly, spread out your toes, drop down that outside arm, and then from there, rotate around as best as you can. Big deep breath. So gently coming around, dropping that outside arm down, deep as you can. So gently coming up, again extending around. So from there, coming back around, drawing the foot back, sinking your knees down, drawing your hips down, stretching out as best as you can. Good, gently coming up. From there, you're going to put your left leg out as wide as you can with your toes facing forward. You're going to put your hands slightly in front of you, okay? You're going to draw your hips down towards the floor, okay? You're then going to come back. You're going to sink down as deep as you possibly can, getting that stretch on the inner thigh and potentially the back. And then come back up. Again, drawing the hips down, squeezing your bum, coming back down. Good, gently coming up again, keeping it up. Sit. Sit, coming all the way over. So drawing it back and down again. Good, one more. Squeezing it down. So gently leaning back, big deep breaths as you hold this position now.
Say it in through your nose, gently out your mouth. Big deep breaths. Good. From there, coming up nice and tall. Drawing this leg in, swapping legs if you can. Just repositioning yourself so you've got enough room. Drawing it down as deep as you can, feeling that stretch, taking your time with it. So gently coming up, again, drawing over, deep as you can, stretching those hips, those hip flexors. Good, big deep breath, drawing back, deep as you can, breathe it out. So gently coming up, drawing it down, and breathing it out, holding it. So draw it back. And 2 more. So gently coming up and over, drawing your hips down last time. Good, big deep breaths, coming back. Big stretch, nice and deep hold, okay? Deep as you possibly can, breathe out. Sink as low as you possibly can, get that stretch. Good, gently coming up. Drawing the hip back in. Grabbing a seat. From there, bring your feet together. Draw your heels towards your pelvis. Okay, you're going to hold your toes as deep as you possibly can. Nice broad chest. Drawing your shoulders back and down. Drawing the knees down as best as you can. So focusing on your breathing. Take your time. Nice and easy, okay? So big deep breath. So nice and steady. Good. A little bit more if you can. Put them a little bit closer to your hips. Draw your chest out even more if you can. Really straighten that back. Big deep breaths, nice and steady. Good. From there, gently shake it out, okay? What you're going to do, you're going to flip over. Okay, you're going to have your feet together. You're going to hop your knees out as wide as they can. Okay, you're going to walk those hips forward. Drop your elbows down, making sure your elbows are directly underneath your shoulders, keeping your stomach and thighs off the floor if you can, okay? Stretching out that groin. You've got a gap between you and the floor, okay? So if you have the flexibility, don't just drop down to the floor. What that does, it takes off the stretch. Okay, so keep that pressure there if you can, all right? Big deep breaths. From there, gently pressing away, coming up nice and tall. So gently walking it back. Like so, okay. From there, what you're going to do, you're going to spin around onto your backs, bring your feet together, bring your body in a straight line. Okay, you're going to fan around your arms, interlocking them at the top, squeezing your ears, lengthening that body, pointing the toes, lifting the knees off the floor, curving the lower back. So all you should have on the floor is your heels, your glutes, your shoulders and head. Good, big deep breaths in. Good, one more. Good, gently fanning those arms around, okay? From there, what you're gonna do, you're gonna lift up your legs. You're gonna hold on the inside, but then reach on the outside, if that makes sense, okay? So elbows are on the inside of your knee, hands are on the outside of your feet, okay? From there, you're gonna glue that spine down into the floor. You're gonna pull as much as you possibly can as you draw your shoulders down into the floor. Should feel that on your hip, potentially your lower back, depending on how strong it is in this movement. So keep pulling it down as best as you can. So gently relaxing, bringing your body back into that straight position. Point your toes, bring your arms up and around, glue them along the floor if you can. Try and keep them as low as you can. Big deep breath in. That's it. In through your nose again. Good. Fanning those arms back around. Okay. This time, grab your right leg. You're gonna hold the shin. You're gonna lift up as best as you can. Drawing it into you. Now it's really important that that left leg, the toes and the knee itself both face the sky as you draw that right leg in towards your chest. So big deep breath, keeping the left leg in line. Good. Swap the sides. So ensuring that the other leg is facing towards the ceiling. So you've got your toes, your knee in line, and not splayed out to the side. You want a 12 o'clock position. So big deep breaths. Good. Shake it out. Again, feet together. Point your toes, arms coming all the way up along the side, stretching out as tall as you can. Big deep breath in. Breathe it out, nice and steady. So one more. Good. From there, fanning your arms back around. What you're going to need is your straps or towels so you can strap onto the lower half of your leg. If you just grab it like so, if you have a strap, it's going to hook on to your ankle. And then you're going to hook it on to your foot just like so. If you have a towel, you're going to hook it onto the ball of your foot. You're going to grab yourself a space. Now it's really important that your left leg, although on the floor, that your knee and toes still face towards the sky. And you want to keep this leg in line as well. So you're going to draw the knee back as much as you can. You're going to bring it up as tall as you possibly can so you can feel that hamstring stretching, potentially the back of the calves. And just pull out as much as possible. Once you get to that limit, what you're going to do is just pause by there. Maybe start to feel that tremor. It's completely normal. So big deep breaths. Keep pulling in a little bit further if you can. And enhance that tremor. So big deep breaths. A little bit more if you can. So last time, a little bit more. Good. From there, gently relax it. Bringing the foot down. As it hits the floor, you're going to lift up. You're going to rotate over the top. You're going to lift it up as tall as you possibly can. Bring in your strap behind your head if you can. Trying to glue both shoulders on the floor. And then just gently lift up as tall as you can. With that lowest leg, you're trying to keep it as dead straight as possible. As you glue your shoulders down if you can. So from there, fanning over towards the opposite side. So big stretch out. So big deep breath. So big deep breaths. Keep it going. A little bit taller if you can. Get out, bring it down. Okay, from there, gently swap over legs if you can with the straps. Hooking onto the foot. Lift it in as much as you can. Making sure the other foot is in line. Toes up, knees up. This leg as straight as you can. Drawing it in as much as possible. So big deep breaths. So big deep breaths. A little draw in if you can. So a little bit more. Big deep breaths. So gently letting the tremor. Deep as you can. Focus on your breathing, focus on your posture. So from there, gently drawing it down. As soon as you hit the floor, come back up, crossing the body, rotating, keeping the shoulders down as best as you can. That's it, big deep breaths. So a little bit taller if you can. So big deep breath in. Breathing it out. As you do so, fan over to the other side. Keeping that leg as straight as you can keep it. Drawing both shoulders down. Straightening out the other leg if you can. So big deep breaths. Keep holding. A little bit taller if possible. So from there, coming back to the middle, relaxing it, bringing your feet together, fanning your arms around the back, tall as you possibly can, big deep breaths, lengthening that body out as much as you possibly can. So really stretching, taking big deep breaths. So 2 more in for your nose. Final one. Gently bring your arms back around. From there, nice and gently sit up nice and tall, taking the strap off your foot, chucking it out to the side, and job done. How are we all feeling so far? Are we okay? So, hope you feel a little bit more stretchy, a little bit more mobile, a little bit more relaxed. I know I certainly am. Hope you are. Have an amazing day. Hope you've enjoyed today's session. If you have, don't forget to give it a little like, share it with your friends on social media, and subscribe if you haven't. Thank you for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed it. Today is going to be all about what I mentioned yesterday, drawing those shoulders back, getting them engaged, realigning those shoulder joints, getting the subscapulars working as your shoulder blades draw back and draw down. So
enjoy today. Make a point of having a active recovery day. Okay, so by active I mean kind of gentle cardio, a bit of extra sleep, some compression clothing, some massages, some foam rolling. If you have massage guns, use them. If you have the massage balls, get them into certain spots. Make it as best as you can a point of making these sessions these days where you can really actively invest in your recovery, because I promise you it will help with all your training. People who are struggling with little niggles and stuff, most of the time it's because of tension, not doing enough of this. All right. Plus, it's also really good for your health, good for your soul, good for your mind. Have an amazing day. Thank you very much for your lovely comments. And yeah, hope you have a lovely one. Okay. If you need me, check me a message over social media. If you have any questions or queries, check me a message, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Okay. Have a lovely one. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.